Hello and welcome to Gaming News with Jake. Here you'll find all the gaming news by me. Probably. Now, it has been a while since I've done one of these, and the reason why is because E3 happened and, you know, a lot of these were coming out, you know, so I thought I'd take a little breather for myself, for you, and now we're back, so let's get right into it. Now, Mighty No.9 come out, and boy, oh boy, boy, what happened there? What on earth happened with that game? Oh man, where do I even start with this? So I guess a bit of backstory about Mighty No.9. Mighty No.9 was a game from the creator of the original Mega Man. So as you can imagine, people were pretty excited about it, considering like Capcom doesn't make Mega Man games anymore. So he made his own company, and he was like, you know what, fuck you Capcom. If you don't want to make Mega Man, I'll make my own spiritual successor of Mega Man. So he went on Kickstarter. He was like, yeah, I'm making like a spiritual successor of Mega Man. Here's what I'm asking. If you want pretty much a Mega Man game, you know, fund some money my way and I'll make it happen. And so the campaign got funded really quickly. It got $4 million at the end of it. So that is a lot of goddamn money. And the game pretty much went through a lot of shit. It went through like a lot of Kickstarter problems. It got delayed multiple times. It got delayed like half a year than what its original release date was meant to be. So almost 2 years from its original release date, what it was meant to be. So that is a long time to be delayed. And yeah, there was just a lot of shit going on with it. And then the game finally come around and people were pretty excited about it. And then when it was released, the reviews come out for the game and it's a load of shit. Absolute load of shit. Not acceptable for, you know, the money they had. They had $4 million on that. And the game doesn't look like a $4 million game. Which raises the question of what happened, because that's not a $4 million game, not at all. It's not $4 million. So as you can imagine, there's been a lot of backlash on them. There's been a lot of like people looking into this themselves, seeing if they can dig up any sort of like information about what happened. Because people are not happy with it. People are like, this is not a $4 million game. What's happened? You know, what did you do with our money? Because people are very skeptical. And myself, I haven't even bought the game. And myself, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I can imagine why people are really trying to get to the bottom of this. Because it's not acceptable. It's not a $4 million game. So as you can imagine, people are like, did you really spend our hard-earned money, our money what we gave to you to build this game? Did you really spend that $4 million on this game, or did you pike some of it for yourself and only put like a little bit of money into that? So that is the question what's been going around at the moment. And the company behind it are acting so goddamn childish about it. As you can imagine, people want answers about what has happened. And their response was, oh, our fans, they're being salty about it. Just because it didn't really live up to expectations, they're being really salty about it. They just want to look at any excuse just to try and ruin another Kickstarter project, to make Kickstarter look bad, to make games what get funded on Kickstarter make it look like that it's not possible, sort of thing. They're just salty about it. But you know what? We got it out. It's better than nothing, right? I kid you not. That was their response. That was their general response. They did it on a live stream. On an actual live stream of them playing the game. Before the game was going to be released, they did a live stream on it as like a release live stream kind of thing to get people excited for it. But you know, early access comes out because obviously people have to review it, and obviously people saw the reviews and all this stuff was happening, so people on their live stream were asking all this shit, and that was their response. Oh, you're all just salty. But you know what, it got funded in the end, so it's better than nothing, right? I seriously can't believe that was their response. Like, what were they thinking? Like, I can't get over it. And so, yeah, as you can imagine, people are really, really furious with this. And, like, it's worrying because this isn't the first time this sort of stuff has happened. And this is someone with a big goddamn name. Like, the creator of Mega Man was behind this. And, you know, it makes you worry over other Kickstarter games. Like, you know, I've always been wary over Kickstarter. Like, personally, I don't really do Kickstarter, just because there's been so much shit behind it and so many stories and whatnot. But I backed up Yooka-Laylee because Yooka-Laylee, if you don't know what Yooka-Laylee is a spiritual successor of Banjo-Kazooie, which it has like all the Banjo-Kazooie development team on it and other rare employee, like past Rare employees working on this game who worked on like really good Rare classic games. So I have a lot of faith in them because they pretty much made my childhood. So that is the only project I have backed. But like after seeing like after seeing Mighty No.9, and even that having like big people a part of Capcom and like who worked on Mega Man and stuff, you know, it does really put you in a kind of worrying spot, and it does put a sour taste in your mouth. Like, I really do have good faith in Playtonic and what they're going to do with Yooka-Laylee, but, you know, you can't help, like, after that, you can't help but think, shit, I've already dedicated this, they've already got my money, I've already practically pre-ordered the game. If that game doesn't turn out to be what they showed, then, you know, I'm going to be very upset. So, you know, it's a worrying thing about Kickstarter. But, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with Mighty No.9. It's better than nothing, right? Now, some Overwatch news. I know I keep going on about Overwatch, but, you know, Overwatch is a pretty big thing. A pretty big first-person shooter right now. So, Tob John, or Tob Yon, however you say his name, I call him Tob John. I know it's Tob Yon, because it has like the accent, but whatever. But he's getting nerfed, finally, but there's a catch. It's only on Xbox One and PS4, so on Overwatch consoles, which PC players aren't happy about. Obviously, I'm happy because fucking Tob John, oh my god, I get so goddamn salty over him. Like, he is such bullshit. Like, he is such a bullshit character to play as. Like, oh my god, I hate him. So when I heard that a nerf was coming in for him, I was so goddamn happy. And that'll be coming in this month at the end, I believe. So this time, you know, near the end of this month. Which I'm happy about, but on PC, the reason why they didn't patch him on PC is because apparently on PC he's easier to deal with because you have more precision over your controls, being like mouse and keyboard, which is true. If you have a if you play on PC, you will know that, you know, controls on first-person shooters and whatnot are a lot more accurate and, you know, a lot more spot on to what you're going to do over a controller. So yeah, the reason why is because they thought, like, if they nerfed him on PC, he will be literally too nerfed because of, like, the precision of the mouse and keys as for what it is on a controller. So that was the reason behind it. But as you can imagine, people are still pretty upset that he's not getting nerfed on PC. But I'm happy that he's getting nerfed on console, like, you have no idea. Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you. Now this is a small bit of news that I thought was really funny but cheeky at the same time. If you know what Firewatch is a game that will come out on Steam and PS4. You're pretty much a guy called Henry, I believe. And you get a Firewatch job. If you don't know what a Firewatch job is, you go into woods and, you know, you pretty much look out for forest fires and you report it and, you know, all that stuff. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Firewatch is because recently the car company Ford thought it would be a good idea to steal their artwork for their advert. Now, just because you're a big-ass car company doesn't mean you can start stealing shit from small indie companies. Because at the end of the day, that's still their work. And that's still, you know, copyrighted and trademarked and whatnot. You cannot go stealing assets of their game and artwork to put in your advert, no matter how fucking big you are. You can't. You won't get away with it. And I goddamn hope that the company who made Firewatch look into this. I think they are, but it wouldn't surprise me if Ford absolutely shat themselves and like, oh, you know what, don't take this any further, don't take this, you know, with lawyers and whatnot, I'll just give you a bit of money, just, you know, we'll delete the advert, we'll get rid of it, just, here's some money, just blow it over, okay? But I hope they don't. Like, I know they're small indie companies, so that is the really easy way out, because, you know, they're taking on a really big car company, you know, it's Ford. But they have a right. Ford straight up stole their shit for their advert, and they could just totally take them down if they wanted to. They have all the rights there. So, but you know, I know the easy way out is if they, you know, Ford would just like, oh, here's some money, don't take it up any further. But yeah, I thought I had to talk about that because like it takes the piss. It takes the piss that other big companies can try and shit on small companies, you know, and they're completely like unrelated. Like, one's a car company and one's a game company, and the fact that this car company thinks they can take like an indie game's assets for their own shit, like, that is not on, you know, it's just ridiculous. I thought I had to address that because, you know, it's not on, it's stupid. Now this is random. Final Fantasy VII Monopoly is coming out April 2017. So Square Enix officially said that yes, a Final Fantasy VII Monopoly game is coming out. So a board game of Monopoly based around Final Fantasy VII is coming out. I really don't know what to say. Like, Monopoly isn't just Monopoly anymore. Before, Monopoly was just a board game, you played it and whatnot, but the thing is, Monopoly wasn't even that big of a board game. Like, it wasn't like, oh yeah, let's fucking play Monopoly! Like, Monopoly, no one really gave a shit about it, and it's kind of funny because Monopoly isn't seen as a board game now. Monopoly is seen as like a collector's item. And I think they know this, because this isn't the first time they've kind of done like a limited edition Monopoly. Because they've done it with Zelda, they've done it with Disney, they've done it with Fallout 4, and now they're doing it with Final Fantasy VII. So it's not just a board game, it's a collector's item, but it's just weird, like, but if you care about, if you're like a fucking huge fan over Final Fantasy VII, just to let you know there's a Monopoly coming out in 2017 for it, but, you know, I'm a huge Zelda fan, but I would not go out my way to buy Zelda Monopoly, like, it's dumb. It's so dumb. Now, just in case you didn't know, a few years back they did announce that a Minecraft movie was being made and being scripted. As you can tell, people were like, what? Minecraft movie? Are you, like, for real? Like, seriously? But it's still going, it's still being made, and a few weeks back they announced that A release date has been announced for it, and it is coming out May 24th, 2019. Yeah, the 24th of May 2019. Mark that in your calendars if you give a shit about Minecraft. I don't know what to think about that. A Minecraft movie that's still... It's dumb. I can't get my head around it. Like, I guess I can't say anything about it just because, you know, I haven't seen anything on it or they haven't showed anything, but like, just the idea of Minecraft being put into a movie, like, what? Now, a big thing, what has been going around for a while, is censorship in games. Now, this has been a pretty big thing, what has been going around for some time, but recently, I think people are starting to really open their eyes and be like, okay, this is starting to take the piss now. And, like, I'm totally fine with censorship when it's done right, okay? Like, for example, Xenoblade Chronicle X. In the Japanese version, there's a 13-year-old girl who pretty much wears absolutely nothing. She wears, like, a really skinny, tight, like, swimsuit bikini thing and, like, pants. And I'm not being funny, she's like a 13-year-old girl dressed as that, and, like, I would not be comfortable playing as that character dressed as that. And so obviously censorship come into that, and, you know, they actually dressed her properly. Which, you know, when censorship is done right, it's appreciated. But a lot of the time, it's taking the piss and going way too far. Now, the reason why censorship has suddenly come up again is the recent release of Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem on the Wii U. Now, I have the game myself, and the things they have censored in that game seriously take the piss. Like, just things what do not need censored at all. At all. Like, it's so stupid. So stupid. Like, okay, for example, in some of the cutscenes, like the anime cutscenes when she's in like her music video, in the Japanese version, she has a bit of cleavage showing. Which, you know, come on, like, it's fine, right? But no, in the censorship version, they totally got rid of this detail and they covered her up with a white shirt. It's just like, really? Like, are you for real? Like, what? Like, are people really that offended just because, like, there's a little bit of cleavage showing? Like, it's not even that offensive. It's just dumb. And again, in another anime cutscene in that game, she has, like, some thigh lines showing. Like, down here, she has some, like, lines showing, like, where her thighs are. They're just gone. They're just gone. Detailed remove in that cutscene. Again, why are people looking at that like, oh my god, she's showing a bit of thigh. Now this one, I'm kind of like, this one doesn't personally offend me because I just think it's dumb as well, but there's a part in the game where she does like a photo shoot, and in the Japanese version she's wearing a bikini, which, again, that I find that dumb because, like, a bikini is just a normal, you know, it's just normal swimwear for a girl. If a girl goes down to the swimming pool or the beach, they'll wear a bikini. It's just normal human clothes at the end of the day. But, like, again, they censored this and they fully clothed her. She's in, like, some kind of hip outfit and she's fully clothed, so completely different to what the Japanese version is. But again, like, you know, I'm kind of, like, personally, that just doesn't, I find that stupid, but I know for some people that might be, ooh, but, like, you have to look at it that, like, a bikini is just normal, you know, normal day-to-day human clothes. Like, You know, what is a woman supposed to wear when she goes down to a swimming pool or beach? A bikini. Like, why is that so, like, offensive nowadays? Like, why is that so offensive in games that it has to be censored? Like, it's dumb. Now, this one I find extremely, extremely stupid, just because it's not even in the game. Not even in the game, it's totally optional. Now, in the DLC section of Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem, there is like cosmetics. You can pay like £1.50 to get different clothes, which, you know, if you want different clothes, go ahead, you spend your money on that. Personally, I think it's a bit dumb to have DLC like that, but, you know, I'm not paying for it. I don't have to have it, it's not optional, it's not going to change the game in any way, but, you know, if you want some different clothes for your characters, you go right ahead and you buy that. In the Japanese version, there's swimwear DLC, which you can get all the characters in, like, swimming trunks and bikinis, which is stupid that they removed this in the Europe and Western version. You cannot buy that DLC, which is really goddamn stupid, because it's not even in the game. It's optional, totally optional. In my eyes, if someone wants to spend £1.50 just so they can have a little bit of eye candy while they play the game, or be a pervert, whatever you want to call it, let them. Why should you take away that benefit? Like, it's not even in the game, it's not even programmed in the game, it's DLC. Something you buy if you want it. Like, why take that away from people? Like, if someone wants to buy it, if someone wants to just look at a bit of bikini body, or maybe if you're into men, look at a bit of trunk with a bit of bulge going on, let them. Because at the end of the day, it's their money. Why take that privilege away from them? Like, what is the point of that? I like Tsukuba in a little Pegasus outfit. I think she looks adorable, cute, and sexy. That's probably just my personal taste right there, but, you know, that's what I mean. It's all down to personal taste. Like, some people will like her in a bikini. I like her in a little sexy outfit. Like, it's... What can you judge what should be censored? You know, what should be censored? Because in my eyes, I like her in her Pegasus outfit. I don't give two shits that she's in a bikini. So, you know, I'm happy, but, you know, what's the right thing to do when it comes to censorship? Because, you know, a lot of people are going to see a lot of different things and be offended by different things, so... And this is another example that censorship is going way over the top. The Persona 5 cover is different in Japan and the Western release. And it is so minor and so stupid. The little cat thing, whatever it is slightly been moved. Just so the girl's boobs aren't showing. Like, she's totally covered up. She's not even having them out or anything, she's just totally covered up, but this cat thing has been moved just so her breasts aren't showing in any way whatsoever. That's when you know censorship is going so goddamn far and taking the goddamn piss. Like, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Like I've said, I'm totally fine when censorship is done right. Okay? But when it takes the piss, it takes the piss. There's only so far you can go. And it's stupid. Like, I don't get it. Now that's about it for all the gaming news with Jake. I hope you enjoyed. So if you did, cool, I guess. And yeah, I will see you next time. So,